For years, I was stuck with a skinny fat physique. I didn't have much muscle on me, yet I still had a little bit of a belly. This kept me in a constant state of confusion with regards to my physique. Should I bulk? Should I cut? I never really knew the answer. After years of trial and error though, I finally found the solution to the skinny fat physique, and in this video, I'm going to share that solution with you. It's a solution that'll rid you of a skinny fat physique forever. The solution to fix a skinny fat physique is simply to go on a low carb diet. This is because carbs are inherently fattening, and an excess consumption of carbs is what's making you have that skinny fat physique. I've seen this benefit of getting rid of my sort of skinny fat physique firsthand this year. So earlier this year, I stopped eating carbs. I went on basically like a low carb diet, so maybe like 20 to 30 grams of carbs per day at like a maximum. Most days I was below that. As you can see in these pictures, my waist clearly shrunk. But again, my muscle measurements didn't actually go down. They actually went up. And that's exactly what is antithetical to the skinny fat physique. The skinny fat physique is the opposite. It's where your muscles aren't very big, but you still have a bit of a belly. And I had that to some extent earlier this year when I started this diet. But upon doing it for several months now, both those things have shifted in the opposite direction. The fat has gone down while the muscle has gone up, and that's exactly what you want to get rid of that skinny fat physique and eventually build your dream physique. So now that you've seen proof of how a low carb diet will help you rid yourself of the skinny fat physique that's been plaguing you for all these years, you might be questioning, why or how? Like how I'm saying that carbs are inherently fattening, but why is that? Most mainstream media and most influencers, fitness influencers, they don't tell me that. They tell me that carbs are essential. They don't tell me that carbs are fattening. But again, I'll go into two scientific reasons why carbs are, again, like I said, inherently fattening. The first reason that carbs are inherently fattening is because they cause something called insulin resistance. So I've explained insulin resistance in more detail in some other videos in the past, but I'll try to keep it simple in this video. So simply put, when you eat more carbs, your body needs to release more of a hormone called insulin. So the higher and higher you raise the intake of carbohydrates, the more and more your body needs to produce insulin. Now, the thing about insulin is that it likes to stay at a very particular level in your body. It is very important. Don't think that insulin is a bad hormone. It has many functions in the body, but it's supposed to stay at a very particular level. When you eat a lot of carbs, you keep raising that insulin level higher and higher. And the thing is, at excess levels, insulin becomes a fat storing hormone. It quite literally makes you preferentially store fat. And not only that, it also doesn't allow your body to tap into its pre-existing fat stores either. So it's kind of like a double whammy of making you fat. Not only can you not use your current fat stores for energy and shrink those in any way, whatever excess carbs and whatever you're eating are going to go preferentially towards your fat stores and make you fatter. The second reason that carbs are inherently fattening is actually somewhat similar to the first point of insulin resistance, but there is a little bit of nuance. This point is the interaction of glucose within the body. So when you eat carbs, they are broken down into something called glucose in your body, and that glucose enters your bloodstream. Now, you need to know that your body basically does everything in its ability to get that glucose out of the blood. It does not want that there, and that is partially the reason why your body produces the insulin. But now, staying on this point, to get that glucose out of the blood, the first place your body tries to send that glucose is to your muscles. But your muscles cannot hold that much. So since the muscles are now full, it needs to send that excess glucose that's in the blood somewhere else. The second place it tries to send it to is your liver. But similar to the muscles, the liver also can't actually hold that much glucose. So your body is forced in the end to send that remaining glucose, which is going to be a significant amount of it, because again, the muscles and the liver cannot hold that much. So a significant amount of that glucose that's remaining after the muscle and the liver is going to be sent directly to your fat stores because there's no other place for them to go. And that is, again, the second reason why eating carbs is inherently fattening for your body. This is exactly why a lot of people who don't really eat that much food are still overweight or even obese. If you look at how much actual food they consume in a day, it's not that much, but it's more about the kinds of foods that they're eating that makes them fat. And this is probably what's happening with you. You might not eat that much food, but you're eating a lot of carbs, which are making you gain more fat preferentially. And then also, these carbs are not really, carbs aren't the kinds of foods you want to eat to build muscle. So that's also why you're lacking in muscle. Eating a lot of carbs is exactly why you are preferentially getting fatter and not gaining much muscle. To conclude this video, I can say with confidence that going on a low carb diet was one of the best decisions I ever made for my physique goals and my overall pursuit of building my dream physique. And I know that if you follow me on this journey, that you can do the exact same thing and be on your way to build your dream physique as well. Anyways, if you found this video informative or helpful in any way and want to learn more, consider visiting the link in my description. I have a Skool community, which is free, and in there's a free course which I call the Skinny to Jacked Blueprint, and it's really going to help you build that dream physique. And I talk about topics like this and many other topics that are very important for building muscle and, again, building that dream physique. And it's completely free, so there's really nothing in it to lose for you. So again, yeah, feel free to check that out. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye.